Hello, hello, guys. Hello. Hello, hello. Susie, not in the garden today? Was that what you were doing last Saturday? Yeah, I think a lot of people have been planting their gardens, and then this cold snap is supposed to come through, or did it already come through? It was kind of cold yesterday, so I know on the East Coast it was supposed to get really cold. This crayon looks weird. Hi, Darlene. Just trying to find something to sample these stencils on. This is kind of thick, but maybe it'll work. Okay, Susie, covering the candy box. Like a collage, or is it one whole print you're using to cover it? Hi, Tara. So I don't know if you guys follow me over on Instagram, but from last live stream when I made those cards, I've sent all of them out. And then I actually made some additional ones. And then I decided, even though I have some really cool, because Zandra made the comment about she uses Post-its. I was like, oh, wow, I've got a little stash of cute little Post-its that I bought on Etsy. And I used those, and I also I made more of the lined paper with my, well, I don't know if you saw that on live stream, but I have a stamp that I carved years ago that's just lines. And so I used that to line some paper, just regular cardstock. And then I, wrote little notes on there for the cards that I made that had the tabs. But the ones that didn't have the tabs, I used these cute little Post-its. And the Etsy shop, I got these from, I believe is Asami Stationery, ASAMI, or is it Asami Japan? They also have an Instagram account. But super cute Post-it notes. So I used that on some. And then I was like, you know what? Take it a step further. I decided to carve line stamps for Post-it notes. And I'm looking for my Post-it notepad. What did I do with it? That's crazy. Okay. No fear, I have some more somewhere. These are a little brighter. The ones I was using were, oh, here they are. Toned down a bit. So, I carved these stamps. I'm a little rusty. I don't think I've carved stamps in probably over, I want to say probably 2 years. But I carved these. So that I could put lines on the Post-its to put into my cards. Okay, and there you go. Nice little lined Post-it to go inside of. This is one of the extra ones I made. Card send out. And then you just stick that little note in there. Write it, and then they can take it off and put another Post-it on there. Write their note and send it off to someone else. I thought that was such a cute idea. And love my little line stamp. I have ink out. I make a mess. Put these away. So, yep, this is a regular Post-it. These are actually, I don't know if I would use these. They're full stick Post-its. Let me see here. That color doesn't match anyway. Wrong pad. This is the second one I carved. The first one, I wasn't paying attention and hacked off a line. Well, hopefully the cold snap that came through, Susie, didn't kill off everyone's flowers. So that's that one. And I'm gonna wipe this off. Got a bit on something. I rarely wipe my stamps off. I usually just keep stamping them until there's no ink coming off. I think that's good enough. And the second one, well, the first one. This is the first one I carved. It's a little rusty. Lost track of where I was carving. Oh, okay, that's how you save it from the cold snap, cover them up. So this is the one that I got a little distracted on and kind of hacked off the line there. But I kind of like that. And so I think I'll keep both of them. I don't know. I might give the second one away because I kind of like the first one better. I don't know. I have tons of rubber, so can always make more. I was thinking about making some, putting them in my Etsy shop. I know they're easy carved, but not everyone likes carving stamps. But someone might like a Post-it note line stamp. What do you think? I definitely like the imperfect stamp better. And these, like I said, are full coverage Post-its. I think I have another card in here. I do not. Take this one out. Put it right there. Such bright colors. If I could find the full coverage Post-its in a little more subdued colors, I think I would prefer using those in the cards. Still has that little line at the bottom that allows you to pull it off. Hey, Judy. Yeah, Susie, I think it looks more handmade too when it's imperfect like that. I definitely like this one better. Hi, Pat. Oh, Indianapolis, Susie. I keep saying there's an artist who lives in Indianapolis, Tori. I don't think she's been that active on Instagram lately, but she's Draw Riot on Instagram, and I was hoping she would give classes. And until this pandemic hit, I had hoped to take a little weekend vacation and go to Indianapolis and take one of her classes and just kind of look around. But it'd be nice, like, oh gosh, I wish all this wasn't going on. I kind of like want to have on the road meetups, like go to different areas close by, like Indianapolis, and have one of my meetups in the area and have people come by and sit and chat and make art together. Yeah, so that's that. That's one thing I did over on Instagram this week. Let's see. What else? Yeah, she hasn't been that active on Instagram lately, but just to see her other stuff, and maybe she'll get back on there again soon. She used to make the art bento boxes where it was a subscription, art supply subscription. But she hasn't done that in a while, and I don't think she has any more in her Etsy shop. Hopefully she'll start that up again. I don't know. Also, I've had these cards, these gel printed cards, for a while. Just got around this morning to listing them. In case you're interested, I have them in sets. So this is the first set. I actually have a video here on YouTube of me making these. It's supposed to be for last year's 100-day project, and I only made it to day 10. And that's that Art Foamy script stamp by Julie Faye Fan Balzer that I absolutely love. Love, love, love. In case you didn't know, Art Foamies is back up. They are slowly adding old and new designs, and Julie's design is up there. This script stamp, foam stamp, is up there. I think there's only one size for it. And then this set, they're blank inside. These are horizontal. These two. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a light blue background on there. White, kind of whitish light blue. And these. Thought I'd go ahead and put those out there since people are starting to embrace snail mail. Hashtag snail mail revolution. Coming back with those. And then I just listed these stencils and mask set. It's so dark. I'm trying to find a piece of paper that would be good to demo these with. So, let's see, you have the stencil part, which has 4 brushstroke designs on it. I think I want to use Payne's Gray. Where's my paint? guess I'll be using black. So, actually I will do this on a, let's clean the plate off. Clean the plate off so you guys can see what they look like without any distraction. Mm-hmm. A bunch of dirty plates. Okay. Let's clean this off really quickly. What is everyone else doing today? I think that's enough paint on there, but it'll have to do. Let's see. I think we'll go through these stencils. I have 2 of them. I actually have a 3rd one, but I never got around to cutting it out so that I could show you guys. This paint's been on here for a couple of days. Yeah, that's good enough. Fill this middle part out just so it won't interfere with the too much with the stencil design. Okay. Too many plates up. There we go. So let's go ahead and put this down. Actually, nope, they fit on there. It wasn't too. Actually, they don't fit on there. Let's get it together, Jackie. Okay. Fresh new stencil going down. Okay. Use my matte black. It's probably fun using with chalk paint. Some of the white is coming off. So this one is the Brush Strokes #1. And there they go. Hi, Michelle. Jelly kindergarten. You'll come out of there pretty quickly. It's not much to it. It's just in my opinion, pure experimentation. So it doesn't take much to get the basics down and then just run with them. So I'll let that dry for a second, and then those fit. Those will fit on there. I'll let that dry for a second. Well, I'll pick this up. So I haven't tried the Vaseline resist technique. I kind of don't like Vaseline. No particular reason. It just weirds me out. So do you put the Vaseline on the plate and then like through the stencil, right? And wait, or you put it on the paper? I don't know. I guess Brigitte Coopson put that tutorial out. I saw it, and it was part of her, I believe, her challenge for last year, but I didn't give it a try. Yeah, now you've found some of us over here, so you can spend some time printing with us. Definitely pull out your plate and your paints and experiment. See if I can, oh, this doesn't want to come off. It's been sitting on there a while. Might have to put more paint on there than usual. Let the paper sit on there for a little while. If not, no fear, I have packing tape. Looking for my heavier cardstock. Called myself getting everything in place before we started today. And then I did something, moved stuff, and yeah, well, now everything is not in place. How quickly your creative space becomes unorganized. Oh, yeah, and I'm not a fan of using like, what did I just bought those, the Stabilo woody pencils, and they're so cool and they're so nice and chunky, but I have to get used to the fact that they're not permanent. I tend to stick with things that are permanent, acrylics, archival ink, stuff like that, because I'll forget what order I put stuff on the paper, and then I might throw down some water when I'm, okay, this does not want to come up. Rude. Throw down some water, and then everything turns into mud. Your lounge is covered in tarpaulin on the floor because you're slinging paint around everywhere. Look at that. So disrespectful. Doesn't even want to come up for the packing tape. This isn't super strong packing tape, though, I will say that. What did I put down here? It's just regular white and Payne's gray. I guess I'll get around to that. I won't bore you with that. All right. So let's put some other stuff in the background here. Oh, I meant to pick up more stencils this morning when I went to my mother's house. So instead, we shall see what I have here. Something, of course, love this as a background stencil. And we could try this one. Or perhaps that one. Or maybe even that one. Okay. Black in the background here. Let's go for something with a little pop. Oh yeah. I just forget, so maybe eggplant and peacock. And olive. Okay. Yeah, I think I would use the woody pencils. In the very last stage for like an art piece maybe I'm working on. I want to try to do that, make some pieces to sell. Eggplant. Doesn't look that dark on here. Oh, come on. Might have to pull out the deep violet. So I kind of wanted this to really pop. For once, I'm not using muted colors. I need them to pop, 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 pop. Let's see. Let's do this like this. Thanks for the likes, guys. Do. They're like, you could just use your brayer. I want to be very specific where I'm stenciling here. I don't know, I feel like this usually goes on darker than this. But I know once put the white or whatever behind it, it'll pop more. And from here, do peacock. Peacock and make sure this is dry. Ah, that's the other thing I forgot. My blow dryer. I have a blow dryer that has a cool setting on it, and I wanted to bring that to my apartment so that I can dry this stuff faster. I know a lot of people use open acrylics, but I cannot imagine having to wait that long for something to dry, and this already takes longer than I want to wait for it to dry. I know it's good when you want to make marks in your paint and blend paints. I was like this close to buying some open acrylics from Michael's a couple of days ago online because I had a 40% off all regular price items. I was like, I'm not about to buy these open acrylics because I just don't print that way. I don't print in layers on the paper. So it'd be a waste of money, at least right now. You know, everyone evolves. And I might evolve into doing art in a layered fashion on the paper. Ooh, that peacock's such a pretty color. Not like that. Love that color combo, peacock and eggplant. Botanicals, yeah, where you put the flower on the plate and then pull it. But well, how does the open benefit over regular acrylics when you're printing with botanicals? Oh, so you feel that it just picks up details better to have the open. Okay. Because yeah, when I went into Sally Lynn's class, she was saying that opens fall somewhere in between regular acrylics and, as far as viscosity, regular acrylics and heavy bodies. So I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Judy, if anybody can talk me into it, it's you. For catching details. Okay. I haven't really gotten into printing with really detailed things. I think maybe they would work better for these really thin stencils that are masked that I have in these. Because, good grief, these are detailed. So I don't know. Michael's is always sending those out. Those 40% off regular price items. So there's always a chance. I bought an 8-ounce bottle of iridescent bronze in the golden fluids. And then they emailed me and told me it was out of stock. I was kind of mad about that because they were out of stock 4-ounce. And I was like, ooh, 8 ounces, that's a lot. But I went ahead and bought it because it was 40% off with the coupon. And then they said it wasn't in stock. So I might see if my local Michael's has it in stock. Because between that and, that's why I love that I did the swatching. Between that and the fluid titanium buff, and I got one other color, and I can't remember what it was. I got 4 ounces in 3 colors. The titanium buff is so smooth in the golden fluid. I got it in the heavy body, and there was something weird going on with that. So I might contact Golden and see about sending that back in and getting a refund for that. Because it's really stringy, has a lot of texture to it. The heavy body titanium buff, just really weird. So I don't know. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll get a couple of colors. Maybe Payne's gray, and I don't know what other color I would get. Okay, that's dry. I'm gonna put this, swatch this green down really quickly. Green olive. This is one of my favorite colors of hers. I just love Dina Wakley's palette. A lot of her colors are favorites of mine. I kind of wish that Wendy, how do you pronounce her name? Becky would kind of come out with an acrylic paint line because I really like her colors. I have some of her stamp pads, her archival stamp pads, and her colors are right up my alley. Let's see, maybe I'll pick this up with white. Oh, nickel azo gold. Okay, yeah, maybe I can try that and open. I haven't really used that much. Yeah, hi, HBZ. Definitely for my layering on the plate, I need fast drying, which is probably why I gravitate more toward matte paints, because mattes dry super fast. But like I said, I'm always into evolving what I do, my process. So, I was thinking about getting a couple of opens. It was a set that I was getting. I think I was going to get like it had like 6 paints in there. But yeah, nickel azo gold is a pretty color, but I don't really use it. I think I kind of have to figure out a color palette that I would work with in using it. Because to me it leans more toward orange, and I'm not an orange person at all. Yeah, Judy, I'm wondering if it is old. Um, and like when I was rolling the paint out, and then I was rolling it onto my paper pad that I keep on the side to get the excess paint off. And as I was rolling it, little strings of paint started floating in the air. I was like, "What is this?" It was so weird, and the I don't know if you'd be able to see it in the sample, but even in the sample, you can kind of see like it looks stringy and kind of clumpy. And I was like, this paint costs too much for this. So I don't know. I don't even know where I bought it from. But I don't know. Can you see that? Because of the delay, I can't tell when it's focusing. I don't know. Is that focused, guys? I'm sorry. But it's really textured and kind of clumpy, and I was really disappointed. So I gotta figure out what to do with that tube of paint, because that was one of the big ones. Making me mad. Can someone please tell me where my paints are right now? I'm missing all my big bottles. What did I do with them? My big tubes. So we're gonna use white for this. I like trying a lot of different things. That's why I enjoy doing Brigitte's challenges, because that's how you find out some new stuff. Like, what was that? A couple years ago was the crayon resist, which I brought some crayons. We can play around with that. What else was something new? And then I kind of like look at her prompts and try to figure out how I can do something a little different with it, which was how I decided to try the like sticker paper to pull up dried layers on the plates. Yeah, maybe I'll kind of take a picture of it and email Golden. Because that was really strange. I've never experienced that with any paints. And that is a big tube I bought because it's a color I use a lot. So I went ahead and sprung for the, I guess maybe the 8-ounce tube that I can't find. Open for glazing. I'm not too familiar, Susie, with glazing. I I know it's kind of like you put down some paint and then you kind of wipe some of it off or something like that. Is that how glazing works, Susie? Okay, that green looks weird on here. But you get the point. That's the stencil. Gives you brush strokes. Looks very cool in the black. And then we have the mask. Which, let me get down here. Boop. Boop. This one. Boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna give the opens a try. Maybe like you said, just get a couple of colors. What I had in my cart was the set, so maybe I'll back it back a bit and just get 2 colors. Get the Payne's Gray and something else. Okay, so here we have the mask. I don't want to mix these colors. Just make sure they're off of here. This is dry. And do that. Then do this one. Sun's coming around. Might have to close this the curtain in a few minutes. I get direct sunlight through my windows. So for filming, cloudy days are the best. Let's see. Just pick this up so I can keep it moving. Just a little swipe of olive Just a little, right there in the corners there. Okay. Set a piece of paper on top of there and see if that's ready to pick up. So, I'm gonna let this keep drying. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I will close this so you guys aren't blinded. I have to take some time and sew some ties for these curtains so I don't have to keep pulling them. Okay, are we dry? Not quite. And then I also was gonna try, I bought these pins from Hobby Lobby. As you can see, I caught them on clearance. And I'm too lazy to look up the Japanese to see if they're waterproof. I'm supposed to be learning Japanese. Well, I am learning, have been learning for years. But I've been real lazy about it lately. So we'll see if those work on the plate. Okay, let's see. I guess we'll try white again. Oh, it must be humid today. This stuff is taking a long time to dry. That's gonna end up, oh jeez. Hit the green last. I have a feeling that's not completely dry. Uh-oh, I meant to pull the mask off first. Good going, Jackie. Not paying attention always helps. Not. Oh well. They look really pretty though. My mask with the paint on there. get over there. Okay. So these are the masks. Because the material is really thin, you get nice crisp lines. So that you can put a little message in there. Where am I? You can stick a cute little sentiment. It's a really long one. Yeah, just kind of like cut it out. I don't know. Line it with a marker. Let's see. Move this out the way for a second. You just take it and just kind of outline it, or maybe with sticker go. Come on, you little sticker. Yeah. I don't know. Or let's see. Let's do top and left. Top. It's probably not right. And then just kind of too much water. Kind of move that out. Which one is this? Ink tints. I don't know where my other one is. Ink tints kind of moves, but not as well as the other one. Which I must not have in here. Well, let's see. I didn't get a black Stabilo Woody. They were out of stock. But you get the picture. Yep, so that's that. The mask, and so I have another one with smaller, chunkier brush strokes. And they also come with the mask to them. Water on it. Just like that, but I won't bore you with that one. But yep, kind of thought of that when I was saying, oh, well, maybe I want to create a mask for art journaling, especially like for Ronnie's beer book. She has some really cool, got some really cool backgrounds in here already. So I figured I could just take one of these masks. One of these masks, and let's see which one. I think I want this one. And kind of like this. Just push the color back just a tad bit. Give me somewhere to somewhere to focus on with it, with the background. There we go. Just like that. And come on. Okay. That's the first page. Yeah, and then I can maybe get some white, a white Posca pen. Still trying to decide the best way to organize my Posca pens because now I have quite a few of them. Because I bought them in just about every size nib for the colors that I really like. And I don't know. I guess I have to doodle around this or inside of it. That's one thing that's the other reason why I bought the woody pencils, so I can kind of practice doodling. This white isn't as doesn't come out as opaque as I would kind of like. There we go. There we go. And I Like the jelly rolls, but they're not really, they're not really, they aren't permanent. Okay. Just kind of doodle, doodle, doodle. Let's see. Yeah, see, this doesn't. There you go. Come on, pen. So a doodle. Doodle, doodle, doodle. And what I say, stick a word in there. Don't trust myself writing the word. And then I have little, let's see, little stickers, like other stickers. Oh, here's some bigger ones. Do. I don't know. Perfectly positive, kindness, looking, realize, remember, reality. Yeah. I'll find something. I kind of want to put one of my little women in there. I've been buying stickers over the years just for this moment of, I think these are, oh no, those are Ronnie's, Sam stickers, those aren't people. Something. These are stickers by Nubian Rock Chick. This girl, one of these two, I think will look nice. She's too big. Oh, not quite the right size. Oh no. Maybe right her. She kind of disappears into the background though. Might put a bigger backing on behind her. I don't know. But yeah, What do you guys think? Her, and then maybe that one. Kind of like that. Let's just stick with that one. Here's my tape. I should have used my glue stick. I feel like she needs something around her though. I think I have a middle size. This white pen. Come on, work with me. There we go. Alrighty. It's gotta dry. My heat tool. Journaling is still something I'm trying to become comfortable with. I have a million journals and don't use them. So I'm trying to put stuff on paper. Just anything. I guess it's hard for me to journal because you kind of get influenced by what you see. And my style is really minimalistic. And some of these journals just have so much. So I think I find myself trying to make my pages look like theirs. And it's too much for me. Too overwhelming. So I'm trying to exercise a little restraint so that it looks more like my style and not someone else's, and that way I'm happy with it instead of like, ugh. She's a little witchy. These Tim Holtz things might be losing their stickiness. Oh wow, it just came up there. Layer. Glue stick, save the day. I always have to have a frame here around the outside. I don't know why. Let's see. This in black as well. Okay. Quick little journal there. What did I say? I was gonna show you all this. I have done crayon resist on. I have a video doing that, and I'm just using regular Crayola crayons. But I was thinking maybe we'd try off-brand crayons. Oh, geez. Just broke that. A little heavy-handed. Let's see how well these work. Color doesn't matter as far as I know. It's just the wax that causes the resist. So as long as there is a good amount of wax in the crayon. This technique should work. These are weird little flowers. Still quite a bit of, let's lay down some black. Stencil film pieces everywhere. Been making stencils like crazy, like a mad woman. Thank you for those who are on here who have purchased some stencils from me. Okay, so then lay this down. The crayon resists the paint, so everywhere there's crayon is where the paint will stay on the plate. But this crayon might not have enough wax in it. It is an off-brand crayon. Let's pull this up. I'm moving fast enough. It might have dried already. Yep, it did. Hi, Tree Merriweather. Thanks for joining. Glad to have you. I was just kind of showing some stencils that I made. Stencils in mass. Now I was trying some crayons to do the resist technique. But was showing the stencil that made these black parts on the print, and then the mask that, the coordinating mask that left the void. Oh boy. There we go. Ugh. Sun is causing me a problem, guys. Sorry. There we go. So the mask created those voids in the prints. And so you can keep them like that, or you can cut them out. Kind of put these close together. I have to cut them out by hand. So yeah, you can either use them like this. That's pretty cool. Create a little border around them. And then either use one of the, like the Tim Holtz Small Talk Chit Chat type stickers, or you can write something in there, or stamp. You got alpha stamps. Cute little parts to put on a card. Do something like, that balloon's too much. Something like this. So you can have a place to journal, a little journal spot. To write some thoughts. Same with this, only in opposite. Got a little journal spot. There you go. All right. Whoa. This paint really does not want to come off the plate, but it did pretty good even for crayon that didn't have a whole lot of wax on there. So it seems like the best one to use is Crayola. Just don't have any fat Crayola crayons, so it takes so long to color a design. I want to practice doodling. This technique is really nice for doodling things and then printing them. So practice doodling flowers and stuff like that. And then can make a nice little print. Oh, I haven't tried out the are the off-brand made from soy? I didn't know some crayons were made from soy. I think the ones that I used in the video I made, I think those were Crayola, so I think those are wax. But I have some like dollar store crayons, and this says Disney. Yep, that's a good pull with the Crayola. Left Behind Good Resist. So it might make a difference. High quality, need high quality crayons. I know I've seen at Hobby Lobby in the, you know, before we were locked down, in their art section, they actually have just plain wax crayons that come in a pack. And I don't know if that's for the kind of like the boutique technique. It doesn't say what to use them for. It's just, they just says on the packet wax crayon. So I kept saying, oh, get a pack of those and try them out and see if they work even better than the Crayolas. Go peacock and olive. Okay, piece of paper. I end up leaving voids because that section on the plate doesn't want to come up. Gonna have to peel that off. Oh. Looking for my towel that I use to wipe my hands off on. Got paint on me. Yeah, that's really nice. And the nice thing about the crayon resist is it looks like you drew crayon on the paper. Only it's acrylic paint. It catches a lot of detail with the crayon resist. So I think it'd be interesting to use to kind of doodle and sketch with them. Oh, one last thing I wanted to try. These pens I bought. I guess I can try on paper first to see if they're waterproof. Yeah, this one. This one has the brush tip. Throw that away for shit. I'm not sure if you need to prime these. They might have been on clearance because they're drying out. You need to get that app where you can take a picture of something and it translates for you. That one seems to be okay. I just need to move slower with this. Now let's see if it moves. It does. Oh. But still. I'll find some use for it. Still want to try it on the plate because it might not move on there. But it beads up. Let it dry on there like that. Where'd the other one go? a little Simic writing. Don't know if it'll dry, but you haven't used your jelly plates yet. What are you waiting for? Pull them out. I don't think this is going to dry on here. You can see it coming through the paper. Leaving behind a lot of ink. Yeah, since I've started jelly printing, that's really all I ever do now. I said I want to get back into art journaling because at first I was kind of doing that. But gel printing is just such a... I don't even really do anything with them. I just like putting the paint on the plate and coming up with different compositions on the plate. And just experimenting. And I just like doing just that. I never have a project in mind. So probably the only thing I've really ever done with them outside of stick them in my little book is make cards out of them. I think I'll make a few Mother's Day cards today and drop them off in mailboxes. With some prints that I have laying around. But outside of that, I just like playing with it. Yep, I do it just to enjoy the process, Susie. You don't have to think about anything, just kind of like one track mind when you start printing. And the next thing you know, hours have gone by. Your room's a mess. You don't have an inch of free space on your table. But there have been times where I've even only printed one print. I just pull out some paint, kind of get some colors together, and just sit down and literally do one print. And then leave my room. Got the top of the box covered. Yep, there goes the rest of your day. You're going to spend today making more coordinating prints. And so, yeah, I think I want to venture next into collage with prints. There's someone who posts in the gel printing group on Facebook, but she also has Instagram and Jennifer Ann Love 65. I really like her collages. So I want to start trying to kind of giving that a go. Just some simple ones. Hers are a little more complex. I don't think I can wrap my head around that just yet. So just some really simple collages. On a board. You doing what to your studio, Tree Meriwether? You cleaning it out or something? Try tissue. Yeah, I don't print on tissue paper much. I think I'm kind of rough when it comes to gel printing. Maybe I don't think I could be delicate enough for tissue paper. Definitely use deli paper. I had some tissue paper around here, and when I was printing on the tissue paper uh, with my laser printer, I didn't realize that tissue paper had a waxy side. I think I got some right here. Let's see. The tissue paper that I have has a waxy side. It feels like. People out there who use tissue paper use it all crumpled up like this. Well, this one's not really waxy. But let's see. Let's see what some tissue paper. I don't think I've ever used tissue paper on the plate. On paint. Move, move, move. This is deli paper. I'm just picking up this middle part. Let that dry a bit. Oh, there's something called artist tissue. Oh, I didn't know artist tissue was a thing. Where do I find artist tissue? Tree Meriwether, if you could put a link to artist tissue in the comment box, I would greatly appreciate that. I don't know if you can link in the chat, and then it might be hard for some people to find that. Scrolling through an hour and 40 minutes of me yammering. Trying to find your lovely suggestion. I guess that was dry. I don't know. I don't think it was. It's taking a long time for my paint to dry. It's also sometimes why I prefer rolling the paints off on another plate, because sometimes you don't get that many passes before the paint starts pulling up. Oh yeah, I have tons of books to use as collage fodder. And I went to an estate sale and found a old binder with someone's notes from their college years. Talk about some awesome brown paper. And it was like his calculus class, so it's got wonderful random math on there. Oh yeah, I have Dina Wakley's collage tissue. I bought that and haven't had a chance to use it yet. So that was going to be one of my things to try out while we're trapped inside. I bought 3 packs of it. And I also have Tim's collage tissue. So I got a lot of comparisons to do. Got that on clearance at Michael's. I got a couple of rolls. Tissue wrap. So I think that might be even a little heavier than deli paper. But what did I do with? Yeah, but I bought 3 packs of Dina stuff. I'm trying to get this stuff off of here so I can get clean prints. Because this crusty stuff is driving me nuts. Okay. Let's try this again. Here we go. And this time, pick it up with tissue. Where'd my deli paper go? Get that middle part out of there. Seeing the bronze on the stencil makes me want to put some bronze down. Still so sad I couldn't. Michael's couldn't fulfill my order. Yeah, I have a bunch of tissue paper too. Oh, so you mainly just use it with the acrylic paints. Oh, you're saying that, because of the coating on tissue paper, it made it difficult, and that's why you moved toward the artist tissue. Yeah, I'd really be interested in trying some of that out. Because I would also like stamping on it if it's thin enough. I think if it doesn't have that wax coating on the back, it kind of becomes even more transparent, right? Oh, you posted the link up here? Did I miss it? Oh, you posted it in the comment section. I want a darker green than this, I think. So, gonna go for the Oh no. Go with the green gold. Deco Media Art green gold. And before I do that, where is it? Oh, this will do. Let's flick some. This is Marabou Mixed Media Acrylic Spray. I was looking for the black, but what color is this? Aubergine? Am I pronouncing that right? Aubergine? That's its stone, right? Sprinkle a little bit of this on here. Makes me think I'm cooking. I actually did some cooking this week. Been kind of, I can't say I've been over cooking because I never really liked cooking, but just the thought of staying inside all day and then cooking depresses me. I like eating out at restaurants, but I finally made tacos this week. Unintentionally on Cinco de Mayo. Aubergine. Eggplants. Ooh, it disappears when it glues down. Aubergine. So is aubergine another word for eggplant in another language? Definitely like this one. It's a nice deep purple. Just wanted that to dry a little bit before I picked it up. Leave behind some speckles. Pretty. Just left behind a few that actually picked up quite a bit. Green gold. That's one color that I've surprisingly become have really come to like is the green gold. It's a lot brighter than what I usually use, but it's just the right amount of brightness, I think. French aubergine. 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 French. For eggplant. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm going to strangle my sister. I'm going to strangle her. Because the audio picks up that ringing, and so last Saturday, when that ringing showed up in my audio, I had to go through YouTube's processing that strips the audio out so that I can monetize the video. Because apparently that ringtone, which is an Apple ringtone, but the ringtone is used in a song, and someone puts in a copyright violation for that song. even though it's an Apple ringtone. Oh, I keep putting down too much paint. I'm going to pull this with tissue. And then I think that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, if there is one on. Usually my dad kind of leaves me running in the background. Yeah, oops, Darcy Jimerson. This is the tissue paper. Yeah, but you get that wrinkly. Cut this now. Seems like no one else has that problem when I watch other people's lives. Their sisters don't call in the middle of their lives, messing up their video. Every Saturday at 12. And I felt really wet. And then you get that nice little veininess on the back end there. Can you see that? That's going to be nice to pick up. I have one more pull before we leave here, guys, because I think I want to pull that and see what it looks like. There we go. Didn't tear. But of course, like I said, I think this kind of has a waxiness to it. Love that color combo, the green gold and Dina Wakley's peacock with, what did I use? Artist Loft titanium, unbleached titanium. Love that color combo. I'm going to pick up this other one. Is this big enough? Yeah. That doesn't look like quite enough. Just enough, just right. Perfect. I'll put this down. Try to get it all on there. I think it's just see what I pull up. Oh yeah, Tree. Is that your real name, Tree? Yes, Tree. I also have that on my list of things to try. I bought the Golden Gak, what is it, 900? That turns acrylic paint into fabric paint. So I have that already. I just gotta, sit down, get a color palette together, mix that into my paints, and print on some. I don't think I have any muslin, and that's what I wanted to get. Oh, Susie, I didn't go. I'm going to go right after this. Yay! I can't wait. I'm going to go look for it. So exciting. Yeah, below in the description box, guys, I have a P.O. box down there. So if you want to send me a little postcard or something kind of like a challenge you want to see me print with, feel free to do so. That's interesting, that print right there. Yeah, so really like this print. I don't think I really made any other prints. This is the print for the day. This one, which looks crazy, but it coordinates kind of the same colors, blue and green. But I'm definitely going to check my box, Susie. Thank you so much for sending it. Love postcards, love getting happy mail, and I'm not ashamed to admit I will send myself happy mail. Order something online and wait by the mailbox for it to come. But yep, that's it. We've got our prints. We did a quick little journal page with stencil and mess. We got a lot of mess here. Don't know where anything is. Yeah, that's true. It is pretty permanent, but I think if you use the GAC 900, you don't have to worry about it cracking or fading, because I think after a certain amount of washes, the paint that's on your clothes will begin to crack and fade. But with the GAC 900, you mix it in there with your acrylic paint and use it on the fabric. And I believe you have to heat set it, and then it's pretty much good to go. But yeah, I'm gonna maybe order some muslin from Joann online or something and try it out. I like making little cosmetic bags and pencil bags, and that's about it. I've been sewing for a long time, but it's only just simple things. Pillowcases, little cosmetic bags, and curtains. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for today. Nothing too fancy. If you have any questions about anything I used or whatever like that, any suggestions for what you want to see me do with the gel plate or um, anything like that, drop a comment below and I'll be happy to oblige. But that's it for now. Zippers. What about zippers, Susie? Thanks, Tree. Definitely was a joy to have you join us today. Hope to see you back again. Do I sew zippers in my pouches, Susie? I do. My pencil bags, I do sew zippers in them. I found a great tutorial years ago online by the Crafty Gemini. Super easy to follow. A box pouch, so it holds a lot of pins in there. And yeah, I think if I get some fabric printed I also want to stamp some fabric with some stamps that I carved. Get those done and yeah, make some pencil boxes out of them. Yep, definitely do zippers. They might seem like they're hard to do, but they're not. It's super easy. You should definitely give it a try. The only thing that's difficult is like putting zippers in clothes, but actually putting zippers in pencil boxes and stuff and cosmetic bags, super easy. And there are a lot of good, easy to follow videos on YouTube for that, making the different kind of pencil boxes. Yeah, I've even made I made this for my planner. Put the zipper in there. It's leatherette. Has an elastic strap on the back. Took no time to make. Strap probably should have been a little longer, but it was my first one, so it's cool. And that goes on my planner like that. Really easy to make. So I think I would make something like this, maybe with a thinner strap so that it's easier to pull on and off. This thick strap actually makes it kind of hard to pull it on and off really easily. But with a thinner strap, make one of these out of some printed material. So yep, give it a try, Susie. You can do it. Oh wow, yeah. Definitely pull that sucker out. Bye, Darlene. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right, guys. Well, I definitely, as always, enjoy talking with you. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. And plan on being on here again this time next Saturday. Hope to see you here or hear from you. See you in the chat. Thanks. Stay safe, guys. Bye.